Hello everyone, Namaskar, welcome to my video. In this video I am going to talk about effective academic writing, unit 1, the course of B.Ed first year. So in this unit we will talk about research essay, the formats, or you can say the parts of the essay, where we'll talk about introduction, body paragraph and the conclusion. So without being late, let's get started. Research essay, unit 1 is all about research essay, which is also known as academic essay. So the students of bachelor level or even higher, they have to write the kind of essay which is known as research essay. What is research essay? Let's see. Research essays are kind of essays written for academic purpose. These essays are longer essays with greater elaborations. The essays may include examples, statistics, questions, definitions, and anecdotes. These essays are written with a lot of study and research. The sources should be collected before writing this kind of essays. Research essays are more analytical in nature. Like other essays, research essays have three parts: introduction, body, and conclusion. So we can divide the essay into three parts. The first part would be called introduction, the first paragraph of the essay known as introduction paragraph. The other paragraphs of the essay, they may include 2, 3, 4, 5 paragraphs. They are known as body paragraphs. And the last paragraph of the essay would be known as conclusion. Parts of the essay. The first part we call introduction. So introduction is in the first paragraph of the essay that introduces the title of the essay, that introduces the main idea of the essay, that introduces the claim of the writer. So introduction has three parts: hook, background information, thesis statement. These three things must be included in the introduction of the essay. So what is hook? What is background information? And what is thesis statement? Let's go on discussing about them separately. Hook. A hook is a statement that begins the introduction. It includes one or two interesting sentences that engage the readers and stimulate their curiosity. Introduction of the essay, the first sentence of the essay is called hook. They are very interesting. They catches the reader's attention so that the readers are engaged to read the further part of the essay, so that readers are encouraged to read the whole of the essay. So there must be some interesting sentences, interesting fact, interesting ideas that are new to the reader, and they are attracted, they are attracted, they are hooked to read the essay. So they must be interesting, they must be new, they must begin with some interesting fact. For example, this is taken from the book. I can say one of the best moments of my life. You can see the writer has written very interesting sentence in the introduction of the paragraph. The first sentence: it was a sunny day in the summer of 1998 when my family moved out of the city to suburbs. So here the writer is talking about some interesting fact about his life. So the first sentence of this paragraph is called hook. Background information. The background information contains a general statement or a statement that give a broad picture of the subject matter to be discussed. They provide extra information to help the reader understand the content of the essay. After the hook is written, the writer has to write some other sentences that gives a broader picture of the topic he is going to talk about. They include some other ideas, some other details, you can say. For example, the other sentences after the hook, they are known as background information that gives some detail about the writer's idea. For example, the writer talks about, I did not like living because I would love my friends and the places where I had had so much fun. It was very sad for me to see my friends standing in front of the old house as we said our last goodbye. So these are general statements, general ideas the writer is talking about, and you can say linking the idea that he has said earlier and that he is going to say later. So they are just kind of statement, general. Thesis statement, the most important part of the introduction paragraph, you can say. Thesis statement, the main idea of the essay, the writer's message of the essay. So what is thesis statement and what are there included in the thesis statement? The first paragraph, the introduction paragraph, has the ending sentence. The last sentence generally is known as the thesis statement. So a thesis statement generally comes at the end of the introduction. It is often the last sentence of the introduction paragraph, and the thesis statement summarizes what the whole of the essay is about. In the thesis statement we have two things: the topic, that is related to the title of the essay, and the controlling idea, the main idea of the essay. So we have two separate things under thesis statement. Topic refers to the title of the essay. Controlling idea refers to the main message the writer is trying to deliver. See the example: my wedding day was the most thrilling day of my life. So this is the thesis statement of one of the essay. Here the topic is my wedding, which is totally related to the title of the essay, and the idea is it was the most thrilling day of my life. The writer is going to talk about his or her experience of the first day of marriage, you can say here. Body paragraphs. The second part of the essay we call body paragraphs. Paragraphs because in the body part of the essay there may be two or more than two paragraphs. Sometimes there can be only one paragraph, no doubt, but generally there are more than two paragraphs in the body paragraph, you can say. The body paragraphs contain the supporting details of the essay. The supporting details can be examples, it can be explanation, it can be narration, or it can be other kind of thing which support the thesis statement. Each body paragraph has a topic, sentence, and each body paragraph has detail, and each body paragraph has a conclusion. So body paragraph has three things in structure, you can say. The first is called topic sentence. The rest of the sentences would be the details of the topic sentence, and the final sentence of the paragraph would be the conclusion. So in every body paragraph we must have three parts: topic sentence, details, and conclusion. General structure of the essay can be seen here. We have introduction paragraph, which includes hook, background information, and a thesis statement. Then we have body paragraphs. Body paragraph can have 1, 2, 3, 4, or even more than that. And finally we have a concluding paragraph known as conclusion. So let's go to conclusion of the essay. Finally we have conclusion. The conclusion of the essay is the repetition of what we have said earlier. We repeat the things that we have mentioned earlier in the introduction paragraph, in the body paragraph. So it is known as restatement of the thesis. In other words, in conclusion, we restate the things that we have said earlier. So conclusion is usually the restatement of the thesis statement in different words. It connects the ideas said earlier in the introduction paragraph and said at the end of the paragraph, known as conclusion. So conclusion is kind of connecting ideas from beginning to the end. The writer comes to realize what he has read earlier. In conclusion, we may include an advice or we may ask a question. As a writer, in conclusion, we can give advice or we can ask a question to the reader. It can also provide new insight or discoveries that writer has gained in the process of writing the essay. So these are the things that must be included in the essay So thank you very much for watching the video. Rest of the things would come up in the next videos. Till then, bye bye, have a good day, see you.